If you've ever set up a BMW Immobilizer job on the bench, everything looks perfect, and then nothing happens. This video is for you. There's a specific moment every technician recognizes. The wiring is clean, the adapter is powered, the programmer is connected, but the screen just sits there refusing to read data. No error that clearly explains why. No obvious mistake. Just silence. And when that happens with a tool you trust, it's not just frustrating. It makes you question the entire setup. Today, we're breaking down a very real and very common issue that a lot of workshops are quietly running into with BMW Immobilizer work. Specifically, why the Godiag CAS2 and the CAS3 test platform does not work the way you expect it to when paired with the Autel IM508, even though other Godiag adapters work perfectly fine with the same device. What's going on, everyone? This is Hussein, and welcome back to Baabji Motors, your go-to place for real-world automobile diagnostics, key programming, and workshop-level knowledge that actually saves you time and money. Before we go any further, a quick and important disclaimer. This video is made purely for educational and informational purposes. It's intended to help technicians, learners, and automotive enthusiasts understand systems and limitations more clearly. Always follow manufacturer guidelines, local regulations, and proper workshop safety practices. All trademarks belong to their respective owners. Now, one small thing before we dive in. Only about 5% of people who watch these videos are actually subscribed. Most viewers get the solution they need and then move on. Subscribing doesn't cost you anything, but it genuinely helps Baabji Motors grow and makes sure these deep technical videos keep reaching the right people. Alright, let's get into it. Here's the core question we're answering today. Why does the Godiag CAS2 and CAS3 adapter fail with Autel devices, while CAS4 and FEM or BDC adapters work without any issue? And is there a real alternative solution? Let's start with the situation itself. Many technicians notice that their Godiag CAS4 adapter works perfectly with the Autel IM508 or even the IM608. The FEM and BDC test platforms also function exactly as expected. Power up, connect, read data, write data, job done. So naturally, when you move to CAS2 or CAS3, you expect the same behavior. But that's where things fall apart. When you connect the Godiag CAS2 or CAS3 adapter to an Autel device on the bench and attempt to read Immobilizer data, the operation simply fails. No proper read, no successful write. And this is not a wiring issue, a software bug, or a damaged adapter. This is a fundamental communication limitation. BMW CAS2 and the CAS3 systems communicate using a specific CAN bus requirement that operates at 100 kilobits per second with independent communication logic. The key detail here is independent communication. To properly read and write Immobilizer data on these modules using a bench setup, the diagnostic tool must fully support this communication method. Autel devices, including the IM508 and IM608, do not support this specific 100 kilobit CAN bus independent communication mode required by BMW CAS2 and CAS3 modules. Because of this limitation, data cannot be read or written through the OBD-style bench method when using the Godiag CAS2 or a CAS3 adapter with Autel, Lonsder, or Opstar devices. That's the critical point most people miss. This is not a Godiag hardware defect. It's not that the adapter is broken, and it's not that your Autel tool is faulty. It's simply that the communication protocol required by these older BMW Immobilizer systems is not supported by those platforms. What can you do with the Godiag CAS2 and the CAS3 adapter when using Autel? You can use it only for key testing after the job is already completed using another method. In other words, the adapter becomes a verification tool, not a programming solution. Now, this is where comparisons matter. Xhorse tools, including VVDI 2, KeyTool Plus, and even the KeyTool Max Pro, fully support this required communication protocol. When paired with the Godiag CAS2 or CAS3 adapter on the bench, these tools can read and write Immobilizer data correctly. That's why technicians using Xhorse platforms report no issues at all with CAS2 and CAS3 bench work. So if you're asking whether there's an alternative adapter that will magically make Autel work with CAS2 and CAS3, the honest answer is no. The limitation is not the adapter. It's the tool itself. If your workshop frequently handles BMW CAS2 and CAS3 all keys lost jobs, then adding a Xhorse device specifically for those systems is the practical solution. If CAS4, FEM, and BDC are your main workload, then Autel remains an excellent choice. This brings us back to the original question. Why does CAS4 work but CAS2 and CAS3 do not? Because CAS4 uses a different architecture and communication method that Autel fully supports. Earlier CAS generations simply operate on a different technical foundation. So the short answer is this. The Godiag CAS2 and CAS3 adapter is not compatible with Autel for reading or writing Immobilizer data on the bench. It can only be used for post-job key testing. For full functionality, Xhorse tools are required. Personally, I think this is one of those situations where understanding tool limitations is just as important as knowing how to use them. No single programmer does everything perfectly, and building a smart tool lineup based on the cars you actually see in your workshop will always save you money in the long run. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Have you faced this issue in your shop? Or did you find out the hard way during a job? Here's a quick tip before we wrap up. Always verify communication protocols before investing in adapters for older BMW systems. It can save you hours of troubleshooting and prevent unnecessary returns. If this video helped clear things up, let's aim for 1,000 likes and 100 comments. Hit like, share this with another technician who might be stuck on a CAS job, and subscribe to Baabji Motors if you want more real, research-driven workshop content like this. Producing these deep dives takes a lot of testing, time, and hands-on work, and your engagement directly helps the channel grow, reach #1 in its niche, and keep delivering content that actually matters. Check the description for the tools used in this video. Some links may be affiliate links, which means supporting the channel at no extra cost to you. Thanks for watching. Keep sharpening your skills, and I'll see you in the next one.